Hello everyone and welcome back to Lux and Wine. My name is Caitlin. If you're new here, welcome. And today I am doing a 5 favorites from Amazon and I'm starting with, what else? Luxury bag accessories you need from Amazon. I'm going to be doing a bunch more of these 5 favorite Amazon videos. I have some kitchen things and some fashion things and some home things. So let me know if you're interested in that in the comments down below. But I wanted to start with the one that was most relevant to my channel, which is luxury bag accessories. And so a couple of these things other people have talked about, but a couple of these things I haven't seen anybody else talk about, at least not recently. For starters, let's start with the one everybody knows about, which is Apple Guard. I did a whole video on this. I will link it down below. Apple Guard is great for protecting your vachette leather from rain, accidental water damage, spills, splashes, blah, 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 all that good stuff. It's really fabulous. You can find this on Amazon. I think it's about 15 bucks or so. So with this, for it to work effectively, you do need to treat periodically. So right now, I have not retreated my Pochette Matisse, which is what I treated in that video, and I have not retreated my Speedy 25 in the Damier Azur. But I probably will. When I did that, I covered the whole bag in paper towels because I was concerned about it not coming off. They talked about it on Purse Forum, so there's a lot of information about this on Purse Forum. And basically, you don't have to cover everything quite as dramatically as I did. You can just kind of cover it for the most part, and then after you spray it, wipe it down. But I didn't really know exactly what I was doing. You guys were learning with me with that video, but the spraying process is correct. Just you don't necessarily need to cover that. That being said, Louis Vuitton hardware is very sensitive, so you definitely want to avoid the hardware when you're using this. And if you do get it on the hardware, get it off immediately because it will tarnish. So, and more on that in a minute. So anyways, Apple Guard, highly recommend. Everybody who has any Louis Vuitton that has vachette leather should have a can of this. So that's my number one. So I got my Damier Azur Speedy to show you guys. It's really still even, beautiful patina. There's no marks. There's no watermarks. The handles are ever so slightly lighter than like the sides. And I think part of that might be because I do wear, I wrap these handles in bandeaus. That's that, but there's no tarnishing on the hardware from my treatment of it either. But anyways, I love Apple Guard. It's made me so much less paranoid about carrying this bag. But I also brought this bag in here for another reason because I wanted to show you the next item. So the next item, actually, I think Shea Whitney talked about this a long time ago. So let me show you what it is. So this is the Soul bag light. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, it's kind of bright in here. Yeah, it's flashing a little bit on the camera, but it comes like this. And this kind of keeps it from lighting up while it's in transit. But this is available on Amazon. I believe these range from about $20 to $35, depending on which model you get. So this is the small model, and I love this for inside my Speedies. Let me see if I can get it to activate. So when you kind of shake it around, it will light up in your bag. So, and it may, I don't know if it's gonna, let me see. When you're shaking your bag around, it's not going to come on. It's only going to come on when you kind of bump it with your hand or you bump things around in your bag, or you could also put it in your Samorga pocket like that. It stays on for a little bit. Once the battery dies, I didn't know this when I bought the second one. I did not really need 2 of these when I bought these, that you could change the battery, but there's ever so slightly a little gap and you can pop this open and put a new battery in it when it dies instead of buying a new one. So yay for sustainability. Anyways, I just think that this is a really great thing, especially for these deeper, darker bags. I use this in my Speedy 30. You can get multiple versions of this, but I really like the Soul brand because I think that this is really great. It doesn't have a lot of weight or take a lot of space in your bag. But this, the battery pack version of this is really cool because it's rechargeable, so you don't have to create waste with batteries, so yay, sustainable. It's a little bit bigger, but it hangs on the bag. So with the rechargeable one, you could hang it on, say, the little ring. There's that little ring that's in there, the little D-ring. You could totally hang it on there and then use it to charge your phone in addition to adding light to your bag. That one is a little bit bigger, so it would really only work in a larger bag, like something like this. It would take up quite a lot of space if you had that in a push-up Matisse, but a push-up Matisse is not really a deep, dark hole, so I've never used my bag light in my push-up Matisse, but I have used it, like I would use it in a smaller bag if I was going to, you know, a nighttime event. That would definitely be something that I would use. Like I said, I don't use them every day or all the time, but I do use them pretty religiously when I'm using deeper bags, or like I said, going somewhere where I'm going to need to see in my bag in the dark. So anyways, that was the Soul bag light. So the next thing I have to show you is in this package. This is a handbag raincoat. So I know we've seen some companies that provide raincoats for your bags when you buy the bag, but if you're not an Hermes bag owner, or Fendi has like a Defender cover, if you're not doing something like that, you might not have one of these. But I got this, and I actually really haven't used it very much, because usually if it's raining, I already have a coat and I can just put the coat underneath there. But I do carry this with my Speedies when I'm carrying my Speedies, and this is pretty big. So this one works, and I will link it below. It looks huge, but obviously you saw how small it folded. But you take this and it Velcros here in the middle, put it across your bag, and then you use the Velcro to secure it around the handles. Or if you want, because like with this Damier Azur Speedy, what I would do with it is probably put one of the handles underneath and then only carry it by one handle if I was going to have to go in a torrential downpour like that. And you could obviously have both handles, but I just did that because that's more realistically how I would use this. And you can see it fully covers the whole bag. So as long as it's not like crazy windy, and then if it's crazy windy, again, if I'm walking somewhere in the rain or walking to my car, then I can just kind of hold it like that and put it down. Like, so I can either use it to just straight completely cover my bag and then hold it kind of like that. Or if I had to carry it by the handle, then I can kind of cover the majority of it with my hand. And again, you're really not gonna, I already have it treated. I just personally really don't want to test out how well Apple Guard works in a torrential downpour. And I know a lot of people swear by it, and I do think it's a great product, but I use it as a preventative measure, not as there's a 70% chance of rain today and I'm gonna take my Damier Azur Speedy. No. If there's a 70% chance of rain today, I'm not carrying this bag. But it doesn't mean that I'm not carrying something like this for my other bags, just because if you can avoid getting your bag wet, why wouldn't you? So even though I will say my Damier Ebene Speedy is pretty durable, I don't worry about it a lot. My never full in Damier Ebene. But that being said, when they get wet, I still wipe them off. But anyways, I thought this handbag raincoat was a super great option. It was really inexpensive. I believe it was under $20. And also Original Club does these as well. And I think they do them in different sizes. So like I said, I will leave this link down below, and I think you guys are gonna really love this. Everybody who has a luxury handbag should have this. They're really great. Okay, so the next item I have to show you, I don't think was initially intended for handbags, but it does work. So this is a little hook that hooks on to the back of a car seat headrest. So you know that little bar underneath the headrest? You hook that to that and kind of pull it, and there's a little groove there that will hold it in place, and then you have a hook on the back of your car seat. So like in my car right now, I have one, I have like a blazer holder, and then this is a bag holder. Now this I think is intended to be used for like groceries, like carrying groceries or different things in your car, and it comes in a pack of 4, and it was under 10 bucks. It's really great, but I personally want to use it for whenever I have passengers in my car, or especially if I have a full car of passengers. If I have like 4 people in my car, the last thing I want to do is be like, oh, can somebody move their feet so I can put my white Damier Azur handbag in between people's feet? Absolutely not. Sorry, y'all. In case anybody hasn't noticed, I'm high maintenance with my bags. So these bags are too much money to have them down on the floor with people's feet. I got this so my bag can hang in the back seat and not be at anybody's feet, in anybody's way. And it's not just this bag. Obviously, this could hang any bag, or if you do want to hang groceries. So again, like if you have something that's like, if you have a bunch of produce in a grocery bag, you could also do that. But I really like this for hanging your luxury bags. You know, if you take an Uber, if you get in taxis a lot, you could still use this because you don't have to actually hard to hook it on. It is pretty hard to get on the seat the first time, but if you just kind of set it on there, then again, you can have a place to put your bag so you're not sitting there like awkwardly like this with all your stuff trying to keep things off the ground. I really think this is a really great thing, and I know I will definitely be using this for work and for every day. So right now I have one of these in my car, and then I have 3 extra. So I think I might put one in my husband's car and then keep one around with me. So anyways, I thought this was a really great find. So I will link this for you guys below. And then the 5th thing I have to show you is Brasso. This is a brass cleaner that is commonly used to clean Louis Vuitton items. So I will insert a little cutaway of my tarnished Louis Vuitton lock. I don't know why this happened. This is really odd. So I actually have, you guys know I have a Speedy 25 and a Speedy 30. They both came with locks and keys. One of the locks was wrapped in tissue, so I think it wasn't as exposed to the air. The other one just came in its dust bag, but not wrapped in tissue inside a box within the bag. And the one that was not wrapped tarnished. Mind you, it's been less than a year since I bought this, so I was really surprised it tarnished so bad, especially since I keep it inside the bag in the dark. Like, I don't really know why this one tarnished so bad. So I bought this Brasso. Everybody uses this for Louis Vuitton hardware, and a lot of people complain about the fact that for whatever reason, the locks randomly tarnish. There's no tarnish on like the hardware anywhere else on the bag. I think there might be spots on one of the pieces of hardware on my Damier Ebene Speedy, but I really wanted to test it out on this lock first, and then I will insert a close-up of the one that's not tarnished and this one before and after, and we'll do all that so you guys can see how well this works. But I already know it's going to work well. People use this on zippers, people use this on the locks, any keys. You can clean up any brass with this. So, and actually even like if you have some brass jewelry, this is a really great option. So I'm really excited to try this out, and I will let you know how it goes. Okay, so I showed you guys 5 things from Amazon, but I did have one more bonus thing that I just got recently, and I haven't used a bunch yet, but I wanted to kind of show you guys a demonstration of how it would work. It really is pretty specific to people that do bandos, but I don't know, you could use this for clothing. So these are little tiny, and I will insert a photo, magnets that are actually intended to be used with jewelry to turn your necklaces into magnetic clasps for people that have maybe arthritis or just struggle with clasps, getting necklaces on and off. So this is a really great option for that. However, what I like to use it for is bando styling. So as you can see, here's just a quick bando that I put on my Damier Azur bag. And as you can see, the bow looks not great. It's not my best bow, and it's gonna end up turning and moving around as the day goes. But the secret to keeping your bows and your bandeau style that you spent so much time getting and looking right is using these little magnets. And as you can see, I put one, I don't know if you guys can see it, on the bag right now. So the magnet does go through canvas and it goes through silk. So you can do a couple of things here. If you have a bandeau that you don't want to come untied or you want to add a little security, you can put the magnet between maybe the tail and that'll kind of secure on the back of the bow. Or in the case of what I'm going to do here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to secure the bandeau actually to the canvas of the bag with the magnet so that the bow stays in one place. And so I'm going to do that. And once I put, one magnet inside the bag and one magnet on the outside of the bag, that will secure the bandeau style in place and I can function throughout the day. And even though this is a pretty strong magnet, but it's not strong enough that it's going to cause a permanent indention in your silk bandeaus. Now, I have not tried leaving these on for several days, and I definitely would not recommend doing that or leaving your bandeaus on forever because that can cause damage to your bandeaus and possibly could put an indention in your canvas bag. But what I really looked for when I was searching for something like this on Amazon was a flat magnet so that there would not be some weird pattern indention. And then I wanted them to be really small so they could be used for this purpose. You could also use something like this if you wanted to like close up a shirt or something like that. There's a lot more expensive version of a fashion magnet like this that used to be advertised for that. but this is super cheap. So it's just a little bonus on there I wanted to show you guys, and I'm just gonna put this on there and show you guys how it works. I secured the magnet so you can kind of see. It's not one of my best bows. You guys know I'm still working on my bows, but actually this will be like perfect for a patriotic celebration. So you can see kind of peeking through here, there's a little bit, you can see the gold right there. So where I secured it is just where I wanted it to kind of pull from. And so that way, as you're moving around throughout the day, your bow is not going anywhere. And so that's really great. And because they're tiny and gold, they match the hardware on the bag. They don't look unintentional, and they look pretty inconspicuous, and nobody will know, and it'll help your bows or any other design, or if you just want, if you have your tails hanging down, I mean, anything, any way you want to secure a scarf, this is a really, really great option. I also think this would be great if you're one of those people that wears an Hermes scarf on underneath your blazers and you want it to kind of stay and not move around a lot. These little magnets would be a great little option for you. So anyways, that's a really great no pins, no holes option for attaching things to your bag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found these items useful. If you're interested in the other 5 Amazon things, or if you're curious about some things on Amazon, definitely let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions about any of these items and how I've used them and loved them. Please let me know. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell so you get notifications every time I upload a new video. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And follow me on Instagram at Lux and Wine if you'd like to see more bando styles and daily updates. I do a lot of Instagram bando styling. I just absolutely love finding new ways to tie bandos. So check me out on Instagram, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.